Alright guys, so now time for another interview, this time with a judge from this tournament. So first of all, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, hi. I am Marcin. My nickname is Kars, and I am how should I say? Assistant head judge today at this tournament.
Okay. Not assistant to the head judge, like in the office, right? So yeah, first question, how are you liking it today? Like, is it a good tournament, or from the organizational side, like, is it everything going smoothly?
Yes, everything is going smoothly. There are no major delays, so everything is going as it should from my perspective.
Yeah, and you can breathe actually. So that's good. That's good. I was at the OTP and it was like a little bit. I felt like too many people and in like too small room, and yeah.
Yeah, but of course, this tournament like this is like a little smaller than OTP. OTP. How do you call it? So it's like a little easier to manage, like this whole stuff right here. So as I believe, it's like easier than OTP, but still, there is a like bunch of people here, so it's not like something you can do just like every day without like preparation before the whole event. So yeah.
Yeah. So huge respect to you guys for making everything run smoothly, and I must say it's not like it's like my second or third tournament, and I'm impressed like by no delays, especially like because I was like it's not gonna start at the time that it's supposed to start, right? But it did.
Classic.
Yeah.
Wow. So can you do that actually? Wow.
I saw the countdown on the stream, and I was like, no way. But it did start like after like few minutes, and I was like, all right, color me surprised. Like I was not going to make it on time today. I was like, no worries. But actually, yeah, I came and it started. So good. You guys waited for me, so thank you.
Oh.
So another question. So why did you become a judge? I guess that's like a philosophical question, right? Like.
Actually, it's super simple, because before there was organized play in Poland, and 2017, I believe, was the first year of organized play in Poland. It was when I started playing at tournaments in like 2014, I believe, was something like that. There was like always the question who makes the reservation of the tables at the cafe or the pub, how should we call it, when we were playing, and nobody wanted actually to do that. Everybody wanted to play. No one wanted to make a reservation for the tables. And I was like, okay, you know what? I just want to have like a tournament well organized, so I'm going to do that. So I was the guy who was always like calling the pub and making the reservations. And then when I started like learning the rules and like game mechanics and studying stuff like that, it was like kind of natural. Once the organized play just hit Poland, I was like a natural person to like take care of staffing at league challenges and stuff like that. So awesome. it all started at reservation of tables.
So see guys, if you wanna become a great judge, so you need to start making reservations for tables for your local place.
That's
so
the
yeah.
first step.
Do you still play the game actively, or do you did you focus on judging and stuff like that?
Actually, I had a break when there was like around the start of the pandemics era. I had a little break. It was like I was like, okay, you know what? So I'm going back to the game. I'm buying like playset of Zacian V's. Yeah. So I just like spent whole like my money on it to make a like good deck with Zacian V. And it was on February 2020, and then COVID break, and I was like, so what I'm going to do with all those cards, and so I had a break when the pandemics era were like happening, and then after everything, like all the cups and regionals just kicked back in, I tried to like go back to some regular playing, and I don't attend tournaments as much as I would like to, unfortunately, mainly because like in my like regular life, like if something like that like even exists without Pokemon, in my regular life I have like crazy amount of responsibilities, so I'm not a super frequent guest at the tournaments in Warsaw currently, but I do my best to like step it up.
Very nice, very nice. So next question. I wanted to ask like, what would you say is like the biggest challenge of like being the judge? Yes, like what is the most difficult thing about this job, or should I say, or this role of this job? Because I guess you can treat it as a job as well, right?
Yeah. I call it a job basically. It depends, because when we are at something like regionals, like a big tournament, hundreds of people, like the crowdness can be like overwhelming for you, and the number of hours you have to be physically on your foot, it can be challenging. So this is the most like difficult thing for me, and like to just stay focused for all those hours. On a tournament like this, on the other side, juniors are currently being crowned, so
Yes.
so in general, at a tournament like this, when we have like not so many other judges around me, I have to think quicker than at the regionals, because at the regionals there are always other judges who can like talk with me about stuff. I can ask questions about and stuff like that. Right now I have my like head judge, to whom I am assistant to, but still I need to figure out more things by myself, and sometimes it happens that you have to like give a penalty to your friend. Like,
Never feels good, right?
never feels good. I mean, I'm a professional, so I know how to do this. I know how to deliver it, and I'm like always doing the right stuff. Like, it doesn't matter if it's my friend or not, but still somewhere inside it's like,
Yeah, feels bad, right?
yeah.
Okay, so it actually connects with the next question. So I wanted to ask if, like, are there any spicy incidents from this Animatsuri so far, like any DQs or something like that, or
No.
no? All right, great. Then means like we have cool people playing here, right? So for like any viewers that would be interested in like becoming a judge,
Yes.
how would you say like how to do it? Except besides like making reservations for tables, right?
So the first step of actually becoming a judge is fulfilling the how should I call it, a test exam at the Pokemon.com website. There you can become formally a judge. Then if you pass the test, then you are a basic judge. Professor actually is the how
And then you
how
can
it's called.
evolve into stage one.
Into stage 1 professor, and then into stage 2 professor. So
Can you use a rare candy?
no, you cannot. Unfortunately, it's not the case. So when you are a Pokemon professor, you can start staffing at things like league challenges, league cups, releases, and stuff like that. Maybe there is a league in your city which doesn't have like a league challenge even yet, but it's still a league. You can apply there and like take care of like staffing, scorekeeping maybe, deck checking maybe, taking care of prizes, stuff like that. If there is not, you can still gain some gain some experience during online tournaments if they are currently like happening. And from there, you can just go higher and higher. Once you are more experienced, once you gain some experience with challenges and league cups, you can start applying for regionals, and then boom, you're an international judge.
Awesome. So last question I want to ask. So what is like the biggest or your favorite tournament that you judged at?
I would say that my first international one, my first international tournament was EOIC last year, previous year. It was in Frankfurt in Germany, and it started with a very series of very nice, unique interactions with other people, because this was my first tournament while I was meeting all those international stuff, let's call it. So all these people it appears that they exist in the real world. So some mad interactions with them. Then the tournament, everything around me happening, mind-blowing experience just to see this from the backstage, and it was just a huge boost of pure euphoria for me. So that was just something else, and I still have very deep happy thoughts in my heart about this tournament. So yeah, that's easily my favorite one up to date.
Okay, awesome. So I wanted to wish you as many of those happy thoughts in like future tournaments, maybe this tournament, and like I hope you can attend like all the Worlds and like all the other tournaments that you would like to attend, because it's very nice to finally meet you. I've seen you like in our group chats and stuff, but I've never had the pleasure to talk with you like face to face. So very nice meeting you. Thank you for the time. And anything you'd like to add?
Pozdrawiam Olę.
Thank you for watching, guys. And yeah, thank you once again.